question is, earlier the problem was how to stop babies. I know we have these concepts. Right now the problem is young couple are finding it difficult to conceive. So what do you do?
Dr. Sonawala would have
No, I want my contribution to this is I feel there's a lot of stress now.
I think in bigger cities, there was a time my mother, and I'm sure some of the ladies over here, accepted their role of being a housewife. You know, rightfully now, I think women have to work, they like to work. The world tries to make you feel incomplete. It's not your own, I think the world tries to make you feel. The marketing has become the most important thing. Meri kameez aapki kameez se zyada safed has become translated into real life now. So the whole thing, the stress, I must tell you one incident. I think Kiran will kill me for sharing this incident. But I have to share it since this is the topic. We were trying to have a baby, Kiran and I. And we were going to, she used to go to Sonawala and Dr. Sonawala, and it was not happening, etc. etc. So one day I was doing the funny song of Ram Lakhan, A-G-O-G, with the chutiya and things like that, and dhoti and things like that. And Kiran was told by the doctor that, okay, you have discovered that ovulation period, etc. has to happen, the egg has to burst, and you have to go and sort of make love. And so she called me up. Those days Noval was not there, so she called me up on the landline and she said, please come. I said, I am doing the climax of Ram Lakhan with this chutiya and with dhoti and kurta and Satish Kaushik and Anil Kapoor and Jackie Shroff, and there are 18 people on the set. I can't. She said, I'm waiting. It has to happen within the next 1 hour or 2 hours or something like that. What do I tell Mr. Ghai? Also because I need to participate, because I also want to sort of, we've been wanting to have a child for the last 3 years. So I told Mr. Ghai, I said, sir, I have to go. He said, पागल हो गया? तेरा ही एंट्री है? हुआ क्या है? मैंने कहा इनकम टैक्स की रेड हो गई है. That was those days. That was the only reason one understood. When I reached home, she looked at me. She said, "Go back. Don't expect me with this chutiya and this dhoti and this thing like that." So I have a knack of looking at all the serious events of my life. When I look back, the only way to look back and sort of grow out of them is to look at honeily. But when that is happening, I think it's not the best thing that is happening. But I think it's so wonderful to be able to look back. You cannot keep on talking about your self-pity is the most unattractive thing in the world, especially in a man. No, especially in a man means I'm sure that nobody loves me syndrome kind of a thing, darling. Nobody loves me. I think we need to get out of it. And so I think we need to live life on daily basis. We were talking about marketing, the stress that we were talking about.
Right.
I think there's 100 people, 200 people over here. Everybody is a persona. Everybody is a personality. As long as we think that we are the best thing that has happened to ourselves, it will be easier to sort of live. Because the more you think about it from the other point of view, I think it can become difficult. I hope that answers your...
One question for Munmun. From this sea of subjects, sea of themes, why did you choose this one?
Okay. I think Dinesh should miss the beginning when I spoke about this why the Genesis. Because as I said, I think that the urge to create is the fundamental urge. By the way, I am single. I do not have a child. I am a biological child. But for me, the process, I mean, that desire to have a child or any kind of creative struggle fascinates me. Because it's fundamental. It's not like... And as I said that when I actually heard Rashi's story, as it was really, she's here. So I thanked her. And I feel that's the essential struggle of any human being. That when you want to create. But I think for Rashi, as it happened, she was a homemaker, you see. So for her creating that child, having a child, maybe is as important for me as writing a book. Because for me also this is a baby, so I identify completely with it. And just to answer what Anupam said, I have to comment on this. You know, when I approached Anupam with this book, Thicker Than Blood, I was really apprehensive. And I'm so glad today that he has dispelled all my doubts. You know, because when I was approaching him with this book, I said that, you know, I knew that he has gone through this. I knew he has. And I was thinking that, you know, will he feel like uneasy with this, and will he launch my book for me, and all these kinds of doubts were there. But then I just knew one thing, that no, this is a man of courage. He is a man of courage and sensitivity, you know. These two qualities in him, I mean, not just whatever, and what he has just said has really proved it, you know, that he could come out in the open and talk about this like this. I think it really reflects great courage on your part. Thank you so much.
Munmun, that's why I said you should meet me more often.
Sure, I'll do that. So I think that is what he has, you know, reflected, that, and he has dispelled all my doubts, you know, and again reinstated my faith in, you know, human beings and their essential courage. We are all courageous people. I think we should really celebrate that, and thank you so much.
I genuinely believe that the world tries to frighten you with what you think is your shortcoming. They try to frighten you. That's their weapon. If you yourself talk about it, now people think this is a very bald, sexy, good look. Now if I start thinking, oh my god, I'm bald, then the world will try to. My left leg is thicker than my right leg. I'm saying it. 10 years back, I had a facial paralysis. I'm saying it. 11, 12 years back, my company almost went into bankruptcy. I'm saying it. Now what will you frighten me with? So just say your problems, and there is nothing you people will frighten you with.
Hello. Both of you, first of all, Munmun, and
We have the urge to belong to people. That's what we want to be. We want to matter in somebody's life. Whether that's our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. The only people we take for granted is our parents. And their love. I think it's, in a man, I feel, even though I'm not experienced in that sense, but I think it's in a man to see, to me it's more important to see a life taking place, and then life becoming bigger, and the life taking a shape, than the sense of wonder that it is. The first word coming out, the first time a child walks. I think that whole journey, I think, is fantastic. But I'm sure for ladies and for women, it must be something else. I believe that the women are much more stronger than men, because much more stronger than men, because God has entrusted the whole thing to a woman to give birth to another life. But technically, scientifically, I have no actual answer for you. It's just that and it's also not कि मेरे खानदान का नाम रोशन करेगा, type or करेगी. I think it's just a basic urge to sort of see life growing up in front of you. And that's what I feel. I don't know whether that answers your question or not.
Answer in a way, and I think it's fundamental to both men and women, the urge to create, as I said, but I don't think that it is limited to this biological creation. No, I don't think that every woman is dying to create. I mean, well, I think I'm an extremely creative person. I mean, so that's what I've been doing all my life, but I do not have any biological kids, and that has not really been a prime regret in my life. I can say that. It's not a prime regret. I mean, when I'm writing, when I'm creating, I feel that I'm
I'd like to, I'm a mother of a 3-year-old, and you know, the urge cannot be a man's or a woman's. It is a human being's urge. Men and women have different ways of expressing or not being able to express it. But most importantly, I'd like to say that the urge does not end with creating a baby out of a cell. It's about creating a person, because it doesn't end at delivery. It starts from delivery. So the urge to be able to evolve oneself through this process to become a mother does not become a mother because she has a baby in her womb. A mother becomes a mother when she challenges herself to evolve as a human being to become a mother. And the same goes for the father. So I think the urge has to be to become a better human being through every urge, desire. So desires have to turn into enlightenment. Thank you.
I think we have a question in the back.
First of all, I want to really thank my friend who told me about this evening today. My sister, who was a widow, she just passed away last year, and she had adopted a baby and has given her best to the child. And I am also single. And at this age, a thought was happening whether to marry.
That if my book, Thicker Than Blood, can make even one couple or a single woman or man, adopt a child, I will feel that my book is successful. Even one person, because though part of the book is devoted to that struggle of that woman as she goes through different fertility treatments and what happens to her, through that. But I think the crux of the book is really adoption. That's where it stands, and I just hope that it will really touch readers and give lives, give new lives to many unprivileged kids. And I just wondered if Rashi would like to say something because she's here. Would just like her to speak. She's inspired.
For more news and gossip, don't forget to subscribe to Bollywood Helpline.